Hey, good morning. Welcome to Shake the Frost with Raymond. This video I wanted to tell you about a couple things I've got coming down the pipes, hopefully this week. One thing is my daughter has asked me, she's decided when I went out there for New Year's that she wants to switch provinces to continue her career, which isn't policing. I'm not supposed to say policing or show pictures of her or anything like that, apparently. But anyway, yes, she has asked me. She said, "Dad, would you move me?" Sure, Jillian. You're 4,000 kilometers away. I'll do that. When do you want me to move you? So that being said, of course I said yes, right? And I've been racking my brain how I can get out there and move her as little as possible when she cost-wise, when she gives me the nod that she's ready to switch. And a couple of the ideas were maybe I just drive my diesel truck out and buy a trailer out there, load the trailer, and then turn around and sell it from Ontario, sell it in Alberta. And the province that she wants to move to is Saskatchewan. So I've decided, with help from my neighbor Paul, was his idea, that we make a topper on that truck. I can't seem to find a decent topper for this model of Dodge Ram with this 8-foot box. So it was his idea to buy some wood and he would help me build it, which we're going to do today. So you're going to want to tune in later and see how that progresses. I've got another project in the garage that I'm going to head out shortly, and I'll video and I'll attach to the end of this one. And that is been in the works for about a year and a half. I have a Volkswagen convertible called a Volkswagen Thing, and a year and a half ago I was driving it. I heard noise. I thought it was maybe the exhaust noise because the exhaust is pretty old on it. And I kept driving it. And when I actually researched what I had done or what was happening with the engine, it looks as though I was ready to drop a valve and had some valve train issues. So I'm going to go show you shortly here the new motor that we've put together to put back into that car. And if you don't know what a Volkswagen Thing looks like, I've got a picture. I've got a picture of the Volkswagen Thing and me driving it before my kids turned my hair gray. And yeah, 4-door convertible, ugliest car Volkswagen made. I've had it for longer than I've had kids, which is 26 years, and it's 1974. And that particular car got me a job at Volkswagen, which I worked at for over 8 years at 3 different dealerships in Alberta. Red Deer first, then Edmonton, and then moved down to Lethbridge. I've been in Lethbridge for quite a few years. So the cars introduced me, allowed me to meet quite a few people in the Volkswagen community. And when we travel, you can't not say hello to people because it's such a crazy looking car. They just want to talk and say hi, and I think it's awesome. I've met a ton of people, some good people. Volkswagen people are the best. So anyway, I'm going to cut out here. I'm going to head in the shop and I'm going to show you that engine. Yeah, also down the pipe, I've got a lantern. I've got my JC Higgins lantern taken apart, not assembled yet. So I would like to put that together. I've also would like to do a video. Usually I have coffee here in the morning. Paul comes over when I'm home at 9 a.m. and we do coffee. But this morning I'm going to his house for coffee at 9 and then starting on that topper project. If I go into town, I'd like to go into town early when my favorite coffee shop opens up, and I'd like to do a video there and show you how they do their homemade bread, their snacks, the staff, the people, the art on the walls. Just a neat little place to go for a few minutes in the morning. And one of my favorite things to do there, other than coffee and socialize, is having pie for breakfast. So it's my little treat. And everybody says, isn't that the saying? Apple pie a day keeps a doctor away, I think. Anyway, all right, get right back to you. I'll be in the shop. Hey, welcome back. I'm back in the shop. So I wanted to show you what we've been able to do with this engine. When we finally got it apart, I found that the rocker arm had come off of a pin that holds it on the shaft, holds it in alignment, and it hammered the top of the valve, almost dropped the valve. So I was able to take it apart. I dropped the engine and head off to have the valve pulled out of it and replaced. And I bought at a recommendation of a friend of mine, Dusty, big Volkswagen guy in Lethbridge. He told me to pick up a rocker shaft kit out of California, where instead of using the hairpin clips, they have spacers. So then I got that. I was pretty excited to put that in. I sat down and read about installing it. And between you and I and the gate post, those valves have to be not right on center. They have to be just slightly proud of center, so that when they open the valve, it actually spins the valve. Every time that valve is open, that's the way that rocker arm is supposed to push the valve open and actually turn it. And I didn't want to have any part of that. So, like I mentioned before, my friend Dusty, his dad's a big Volkswagen gentleman, and I worked with him for a number of years in Lethbridge at Volkswagen, and a heck of a nice guy. And it's Lauren Vanderwood. And they have a little side hustle. Lauren's retired now, but his little side hustle is Van Speed Shop, and he's had that for a number of years out of his garage. And he said, Raymond, bring it in. We'll get the rockers set up, and we'll get it on this engine run stand, and we'll get it running and make sure everything's tickety-boo before you put it back in the thing. I thought that was a great idea. A couple things we found when it was on the engine stand. The muffler, the stock muffler I had and I've run for years, is very restrictive. So he suggested that I pick up another muffler, which I did. He then said it ran well, except at an idle, and it would fuel up. No matter what he did to the carb, he had the carb off and on 3 times, took it apart, it would just drip. And I've had issues trying to find carburetors for many years, the single little one. And drivability problems, I'm pretty much the only one that can drive it, which would like to shut off at stop signs and things like that. So definitely friends of mine that are asked to drive it, they don't want to drive it again. So reliability. He mentioned a sale that they were having at California Imports in Langley, BC. So I ordered a couple carburetors. Anyway, I'll cut this video short. I'm going to show you the outcome. It's ready to go in the car as soon as I can deflate the bubble and get the car out of the bubble outside. I've got it outside. I'll bring it in. I'll get it in here, and I'm going to put this engine in, and that'll be one project finished. So the actual engine install will be at a later date. And here's the engine. So the duals look nice. Apparently they're quite functional. The new muffler flows quite well. I've got a big oil cooler underneath the Volkswagen Thing right on the transmission. So that big oil cooler with a fan allows me to cruise quite a bit on the highway. I'm pretty excited to get that car back, to be honest with you. That's the reliable car. When all the other stuff is broken, you turn the key and drive it, and it's been down for a year and a half, and I've sure felt not having it available. Anyway, tune in, like I mentioned, a few things. that I want to do videos for at the start. Another one coming up is I've got a trip to BC, visit my grandmother. She's 101, and my parents. So I hope to have more video from that trip to British Columbia, White Rocks and beach stuff. Also, I forgot to say, my son, who will be turning 23 this year, I rented an Airbnb in Saskatchewan right on the lake, and I'm taking him ice fishing. He seems to enjoy that. So for 3 days, we're going to be cooking, make him a cake, coffees, and ice fishing. And that is towards the end of February. So I hope you tune in. We got quite a few crazy things to do, and video and such. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll chat soon.